Good morning, Kaylin.
Good morning. What are you doing?
Well, in case anyone forgot or didn't know or wasn't aware, I record this in my swirly office chair.
I love it. Well,
And
and in case they don't know, I'm Kaylin.
Yes. And you look like you're in an episode of The Twilight Zone.
It all of a sudden happened because the sun has all of a sudden come out. And today was a day I decided, hey, this is good okay lighting. I don't need it. And then we started recording and the sun started shining. And yeah, I look like I'm in a
I
dark.
love it.
Look.
Yin yang.
It's like I'm disappearing into it. And then it's slightly better right
No,
here.
actually, you get brighter as you back up. And
Yeah. Anyway, maybe I'll back up a little bit.
How about that? I love everything about this. It is Rod Sterling and his ghostly best. We could have had this last month.
Lesson learned. Lighting will be on next time because I can't trust the sun.
Can love it. Who are we?
Oh yeah, I'm Kaylin.
I'm Dr. Cynthia.
This is Intuitive Hypnotherapy Podcast,
where we invite you to come for the chat, stay for the healing. So, do you have any good Thanksgiving stories?
Ooh. There's nothing that really
comes to mind
out. No. I love Thanksgiving because I mean, I know last week, I feel like I need to clarify in case family is listening.
Whoopsie.
Because I said I love and dread it. But it's really just because there's so much stuff going on. But I also love it because there's so much stuff going on, if that makes any sense. And
that's fair. And in my universe, you don't have to justify that.
Right, I know.
But, I don't get a vote in this. Yes, I can't remember one either.
No, nothing.
I think of a story. And I'm going to try and gloss over. I don't think they're listening. But I do. I was thinking about something as I was walking my dog in the monsoon rain this morning.
Ew.
She had her raincoat on, which she hates.
Does she have booties?
No hat, but covers her neck and it wraps around her back legs. I think that's the part that she hates.
Right.
And she kept trying to run under bushes, like to get out of the rain. I was like, honey, no, it's not solid mud. I'm like, just hurry up and do this. Because I've got an umbrella. I've got the leash, at some point I had a full poop bag. And I'm trying to coax this chihuahua just so we can go in. The sooner you pee,
the sooner we're out of this.
Yeah. And now it's like not raining at all and kind of sunny.
Oh.
But you can't ask a dog to hold their bowels that long.
No.
It's just me.
No.
Of course, she thought I was just like I somehow controlled the skies and was punishing her. She was like,
she looking up at you. Yes. That little puppy eye look like mom. Oh.
When we got back in, the whole top side of her dry.
See, she probably was thankful for that then.
Thankless job is what
I was about to say. Speaking of gratitude and oh, I do have to chime in if anybody hears a certain someone in the background. So it is election day, so schools are closed. Not all schools. Can't quite figure it out because not all schools are, but Laura's school is closed. So when we get to our deep healing, I may mute just so we don't have any hollering in the background. But for right now, you might hear something. Who knows?
Yeah, love it.
It's all good. You'll probably just hear she sings. Yeah.
Well, and we have noises around here. And in hypnosis, we say, when you hear those noises of a 5-year-old asking for her mom, that will take you deeper and deeper into relaxation.
Yes. And when she says she wants water,
it's part of the experience. And deeper down. Yeah. So
I like it.
Because it is, what are you going to do? Not hear people's, office doors opening, not hear traffic,
Exactly.
just mesh it into the experience. And today, the experience is 5-year-old at home.
Right.
I love it. I'm for it. You can't get this ambiance in every podcast. Get it here.
Yes.
It
Yes,
makes
yes.
us unique. So I have a story. It's
Yeah.
not germane to anything we're about to do. But for some reason it came into my stream of consciousness, and I'm going to try and mask as many of the details that anyway, it was 30 years ago.
Gotcha.
So part of the reason I still have so many student loans is that when I was in chiropractic college and then ACU school, I just had to live alone, right? So I had to pay single rent, didn't get to share rent with people, just because I can't have the distractions.
Okay.
I graduated with honors, not because I'm smart, but not that I just can absorb this information. I have to log the hours.
I understand.
And I can't log the hours if I'm waiting on the bathroom or waiting to get to the kitchen or listening to someone yammer. So I tried it. I tried it a couple of times when I first was in chiropractic college. And one was a fellow classmate, and she was very much a mom Karen before that became a thing. Just trying to get everybody to follow along and listen. And did you go to the bathroom before we get on this trip? No. And she was older. She was older than me. I'm sorry. And so she did eventually graduate, and she was a divorcee. And there were times when she was endearing and wonderful, and then 90% of the time she was just fucking annoying. And
endearing moments didn't quite make up for that.
The scales were not balanced.
Gotcha.
But then we had this administrator that was multi-divorced gentleman. I didn't find him particularly attractive, but he was rumored to have always dating and or married students. You know, so well, think about it. You're a horny guy and you get a fresh influx of to please students every 4 months.
Explains the multiple divorces and stuff like that. Okay.
What's a fella to do?
So many options.
Cherry pick to your heart's content. So, and I gotta appreciate classmates for her long game, because she had set her sights on this man. And sometime after she graduated, see, I graduated under 3-year plan, which is just bananas. You're in school like 40 hours a week, and you do 4 years of school in 3, and it's just bananas. So I did it in 3. She ended up doing it in the 4-year plan, as I recall. And then I heard through one of my classmates that she had married this guy.
Ooh. Like you said, she set her sights.
I'm like, I appreciate the long game, and a tip of the hat to her mock up to get a husband. Bless her heart. Anyway, so that's my story of the morning.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
So I know, but now I have a question.
Yes.
Have you? So I'm on social media, and I'm more on social media. I'll just flat out admit, just to snoop and what's everybody else doing. I don't post a whole lot. I just kind of like, oh, okay. You know, I read through everybody else's mindless scrolling most of the time. Have you come across, are they still married?
I don't know. I could text or email my friend in Florida who's now.
Oh, no.
retired.
Off of recording, you just tell me who it is. I'll figure it out.
I don't know if I ever friended this person or these person, and it doesn't really matter because,
I'm just curious.
like a certain intern who had her sights on, good job. And I appreciate but be ready to handle the fallout.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, sorry if I offended anybody.
No, you're good. Do you hear the yelling?
Yes. Oh, I'm getting so relaxed.
I know. That's right. You're getting deeper and deeper.
So we were going to work on
Okay, sorry.
healing relationships because Thanksgiving, we're breaking this month up into manifesting through gratitude because it is in the word Thanksgiving. What do you have to be thankful for? And if you hold that vibration, even for a minute, you're going to attract things that you can be grateful for, or other people who can match you at that vibration, which is amazing to do on a night like election. Like, what are you thankful for? That I won't get any more mailers.
Oh my gosh, or text messages, or yes. I joked with somebody the other day. I was like, Noah has your number too? Because somebody sent me a screenshot. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll be happy when that's all over. I like that.
Gratitude. So we're going to work on manifesting through gratitude again later this week, because I have conflict next week when we typically record. So
yeah,
get these in a little more condensed than weekly.
Yeah.
But this week and the final week in November, we're working on relationships, specifically family relationships, because Thanksgiving can be a time of great fun and things to be thankful for, and too much food and gatherings and yada, yada, yada.
Yes.
It's oftentimes with people with whom you share DNA.
Yeah.
And even if you love them dearly, if you have to travel 3 hours for dry turkey,
yeah,
and conversation with someone who bores the snot out of you, hits all of your buttons, or any of the myriad of family conflicts, we're here to give you some tools to soothe those, to smooth those over so that you can enjoy Thanksgiving, hold a higher vibration. I'm going to give you some tools. If you get into some schmutz, we all lose our space. Okay. We all lose our space. It doesn't have to, it doesn't mean necessarily that we're not good at our tools or anything. We all lose our space from time to time. And Thanksgiving, whether it's a large or small gathering, is ripe for losing your space. So I'm going to give you some tools how to heal family relationships, even if you, oh my God. What? Sorry, the sun streaming in on your face is like the heavens just opened.
Look at this.
Up.
Like if I come forward, I'm almost blinded by the sun and it's just darkness behind me.
As if the supreme being is going, you go, girl.
Yeah. It's pretty bad. I love it. This is one of those weeks where we're just kind of all over.
You're a little punch drunk. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
But this is a great vibration.
Yes.
Anytime you can find the humor in this, like what's delicious about dry turkey? Well, there you just get to put on more gravy or dip it in your cranberries.
There you go.
Or maybe that's the day you opt for a plant-based meal.
Yep. Yeah. Just extra sides.
All the sides.
Yes.
What's your favorite side?
I was about to ask you the same thing. My aunt, my cousin probably makes it too. It is like a sweet potato casserole,
Okay.
but it's got like brown sugar pecan crust, like an audible crunch to get through to the warm sweet potato. Oh, it's great. So it's not like, because some people do, marshmallows on sweet.
Who
Oh,
the fuck came up with that? What?
I won't do it. Won't do
No.
it. I no, can't do it.
Great
But
vegetable.
this, oh man, this has got such a good crunch to it. Like this is one thing that when I leave my mom's house,
Mhm,
if I'll make sure everybody's had their plate,
mhm.
even if there is nothing left but like a red Solo cup, I will get myself a couple scoops of that plastic wrap over top and get out the door. I'm like, I'm taking that home.
Heck yeah. Well, I used to make squash for my daughter and I put way too much butter, cinnamon, and sugar.
Ah, yes.
So I ended
Yes.
up calling it dessert squash.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so those are
Oh.
basically dessert potatoes.
They are. Yes, that's exactly it.
That is not a savory dish at all,
No.
with the exception of you do get a lot of fiber. So, and
Yeah.
A vitamins.
Trade-off. Mhm.
I make really good green bean casserole.
Oh, I love green bean casserole.
My daughter, oftentimes, if we don't make anything, she goes, "Can you at least make the green beans?" And that's very validating for me because I like my own cooking.
Uh-huh.
But if somebody else likes my cooking,
I'm with you.
that's a win. So I really season it, and I use cream of celery or cream of chicken soup, depending on if I'm going plant-based or not,
Yeah.
because I don't like mushrooms. Mushrooms are gross.
I love mushrooms. Dave hates them.
Yeah, sorry to the constituency of people that like mushrooms. So I make it with cream of chicken or cream of celery. And this is not a shameless plug, but honestly, you got to use Campbell's. Unless you know how to make it from scratch. I'm not that skilled.
No, that is absolutely one of the dishes that if I have to use a cream of, there's a difference. Most of the time I will buy generic stuff, but there are a few things that there is a difference, and that is absolutely one of them.
Yeah, but unless Campbell's wants to advert on our show.
Right. I will make all the recipes.
We will say that name often. So I put a lot of seasoning, but I always start with fresh green beans, like either fresh style, the really long, thin ones, but I cut them up small. So you're not trying to, fold a giant green bean into your mouth and make messes. And I saute everything first. Like I saute some onions and some spices. Sometimes I'll even toss in some cumin or some spice just to really make it flavorful. Always some kind of red pepper, give it a little kick. And so I cook all of that first. Then I pour in the cream soup and I cook that so it really brings out all the seasoning. Yeah. I've already cooked the green beans because fresh ones you gotta
a little longer. Yeah.
And then I put it in a greased casserole, right? When do I whip it together? I whip it together before I put it in the greased casserole. Yeah. And then I bake it for
whenever. Yep.
I don't remember. And then I put the crispy onions on top.
Yes.
Put it back in the oven for another 5 or 10, because you want those warm.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That's one of the things that I make that I like. And I just give me a spoon and I'll just be happy with this. But I also like Boston Market makes really good sides. If you want to skip the work.
There used to be 2 of them around here, and now I don't know where there is one.
Oh, Google Maps
here. Yeah, I know. Now I'm curious because there used to be 2, so I can't tell you the last time I had it. It's been so long.
So I've, when I used to do the Thanksgiving potluck, I would just skip and I would just go there or pre-order the sides and bring them. But their cranberry sauce, and a few places, a few delis have a similar cranberry sauce. It's like cranberry walnut. So for something
Ooh.
that I don't make, that's cranberry walnut.
And we're talking cranberries, like chunks of whole berries,
Yes,
like we're
not
not
that-
talking
Ugh.
same. I
Mm.
can't do that jelly, whatever jelly is what it is, I guess.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
gross.
Can't do it, but
What's
give me a
wrong
bowl
with
of
that?
like, yeah, good cranberry, like chunks of stuff.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. Can
So
you hear this?
I can.
So it's Christmas songs in case anybody wants to know.
Yes.
Oh.
So when I mention Laura singing, she is the cutest, happiest girl, and she just breaks into song. And Kaylin will send me videos of them, and they just, I giggle, I laugh, my heart melts a little bit.
She said the song we were listening to today, and I guess we can get into our healing, huh? It was a Christmas song, yes. I'm not, I wasn't really quick to jump into Christmas music, but Laura's request. So I don't even know what song it was, but it was like an a cappella group.
Pentatonics?
I love them. Yes, that's who it was.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're listening, and I don't remember what song it was, but she says, this is a scary song. And I said, no, it's not a scary song. And she's like, it sounds like a Halloween song. She's like, it sounds really dark. What 5-year-old uses this song, says this song sounds dark? And I was like, I know exactly what you're saying.
Mhm.
It's the one that in the background you hear ding dong, ding dong.
That
Okay.
does sound very Nightmare Before Christmas Eve.
She said, she's like, this sounds really dark. And I was like, well, keep listening. It gets better. And then it does get a little more cheery. But in the background, you always have that really low kind of hum. She's like, this is dark.
Like we're creeping in the dark.
Right?
Kind of like when you're in shadow.
Yeah. Yes, that's what's going on. Yeah. So that's what she's down there
You
singing.
need to go attend to her while
Yes, that would be great. I'm going to mute. I'm going to take care of her.
I'm going to jump in, and we'll just start. And so this is the time when you might hear from our sponsors. It's a great opportunity for you to take a pee break, get something to drink, adjust your chair. If you're driving, either turn to a different podcast or pull over and enjoy this meditation. Anything else? No operating heavy machinery, just safety first. And we are going to do a meditation, use some psychic tools to heal family relationships. Yay. So get in your comfy chair. I can't watch you if you're going to be in shadow. It's freaking hysterical. I just love it so much. Get in your chair, feet flat on the floor, hands palms up in your lap, if that works in your particular situation. Eyes closed, breathing deeply, oxygenating the body. Yay. And put your attention as a point of light in the center of your head, behind your eyes and in between your temples. And imagine that you're looking at the world from behind your closed eyes. I'm old, so my visual is imagining that I'm my own Captain Kirk, and I'm looking out of the windshield of the Starship Enterprise. So you're in the center of your head, like you can see the universe with your eyes closed. Perfect. This is your 6th chakra. This is your psychic sense, your knowingness. It's also when you look at the world from behind closed eyes or with eyes open and remaining in the center of your head, this is where you can be neutral. You can be neutral. And that's really, really important when we want to look at what can be triggering or juicy subjects and or people and or relationships, etc. So be in the center of your head, grounded in your bubble, grounding cord. Pick a color that feels good on your bod. I like a tube of light, but you can use a giant carrot, a rope, a braid of hair, just any connection that connects the base of your spine, your first chakra, through your chair, through all the layers of the earth, down to the center of the earth. Center of the earth, imagine, is something that you can ground into: a pasture, a meadow, Wrigley Field, a beach, something that your grounding cord can anchor into. The grounding cord helps you stay tethered, stay grounded, stay present. It also acts as a lovely garbage chute. So any energies or thoughts or any emotions that you're ready to let go of, just send them down the grounding cord. Energies go down to the center of the earth. They're recycled into neutral energy. Therefore, simply being grounded helps you heal yourself and therefore heal the planet. And then, of course, remember your bubble, your aura, your personal space. Make sure it's around you in all directions, above, either side, front, back, and under your feet, and connecting into your grounding cord. These are your psychic tools, the basics, the fundamentals. Be in the center of your head. Be in present time. Allow your grounding cord to be on release. From the center of your head, on the outside of your bubble, please create 3 bubbles. 3 bubbles of equal size. I like the impression of about a basketball or beach ball size. Have them hovering out there in the universe, not touching your bubble, and give each bubble its own grounding cord. You're grounded, the 3 bubbles are grounded. In the first bubble, on one end, represents you. Put yourself in that bubble, either your headshot, a chakra body, a stick figure, your name, anything that designates that first bubble on one end as you. The bubble on the opposing end represents your extended family. You can imagine, like a group picture from a reunion, if you will. You can imagine stick figures, a few or a lot. You can imagine just the words extended family, and and the universe knows who that means. You can see a bouquet of roses or tulips or carnations or a flower of your choice, and have that represent your extended family, particularly those that you anticipate seeing on Thanksgiving. So you have your bubble on one side, you have your extended family on the other side, and then the middle bubble, this bubble represents the relationship or relationships that you have with these people. Okay, you, relationship bubbles in the center, your extended family on the opposite end. And it doesn't matter, whatever makes you happy. Each one is grounded. And first impressions, when you look at that center bubble and you assign the designation as my relationship with my extended family, take a look at that bubble and see what you see. First impression, don't analyze it, don't question it, just see what you see in that middle bubble. Kaylin, When you look at your extended family relationship bubble, what sort of things do you see in that middle bubble?
A smiley face.
Okay, what else?
That's it. It's happy. It's
Mhm.
good. I mean, I have a really good relationship with the extended family, even in the moments of chaos of our get-togethers. It's just fun.
Awesome,
It's
awesome.
fun.
And if they're listening, good on you. So the listeners out there, you may have a similar result. You may see lots of things. I, in my bubble, see fall leaves, and I see some dead roses. I see a hammer. I see a blanket. So just random things. But when I say this is the relationship bubble with my extended family in regard to Thanksgiving, those are some of the things that I see in my relationship bubble. As I said, whatever you see is what you see, and it's perfect. Things may show up as you continue to sit with this, rather like a Polaroid picture that's developing. You may see more things. It may remain static. It may be blank. Either way, you're doing it right. Please hold your attention on that relationship bubble. Stay in the center of your head. Don't go to the bubble, as enticing as it might be. And for a moment, just sit with this information. You're in one bubble, your extended family in another, and in the center is a bubble that represents your relationship with your extended family. So take a few moments and just sit with that and see what you see. For the purpose of a podcast, we don't want to have too much dead air. Kaylin, did your relationship bubble, did it change at all?
A little bit more details of what our Thanksgiving get-togethers entail. Just
Such as?
kids running around. This isn't really something you can see, but I can see it.
It's all correct.
Hot, being really hot, just because, in one house there are tons of people, and there can be times where it is like sweaty hot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, kids running around, things spilling, but it's still all smiley face still.
Fantastic. If that bubble is exactly as you like it, leave it as is. With your relationship bubble, any parts of that relationship that are not in present time that you would like to let go of, however that looks, tension, resentment, envy, obligation, energy, differences of opinions, or even stale friendship energy, anything that could use to be updated or released in that relationship, just like falling autumn leaves. Let it fall out of your relationship bubble and let those leaves gently, effortlessly trickle down, floating, flying, and just release them to the earth, to the center of the earth. And the next part, and you can continue doing this as long as you need. Go ahead and put this on pause and take as much time as you need. The next part, sometimes it's tense with our extended family because we are holding some of their energy and or they're holding some of ours. Thoughts, energy, dreams, mock-ups. For this next part, and this is mostly for you, the listener, than the extended family. In your bubble, imagine you have a box that represents any energies of your extended family that you've been holding on to, perhaps for a lifetime, perhaps since last Thanksgiving, whatever it is, and fill that box up. Maybe it looks like Christmas ornaments or books or rocks. Just imagine that you're putting something into this box that represents energies of your extended family that you've been holding in your space. That could be emotions, it could be stories, it could be gossip, it could be praise, it could be good stuff. But if it's not yours, you're free to give it back. When that box is nice and full of your family's energy, even if it's good, go ahead and take that box, close the lid, and imagine that you're pushing that box into the relationship bubble, through the relationship bubble and into the bubble that represents your extended family, and whoever's energy is in it, they can have it back. Again, can't do this wrong. So you are giving them back their energy. And I like to think of the center bubble in this part of the program, kind of like a dumbwaiter, you know, that pass through between like a kitchen and a dining room. And when that is done, when you've sent that box of your extended family's energy through the relationship bubble and into their bubble so they can have their energy back, invite them to create a box, just intend that it's happening, and call back your energy that maybe some of your extended family is carrying, even if it's good, praise, joy, happiness. They really can't benefit from your energy like they can from just holding their own energy. And you can use it back. And again, imagine a box and imagine them putting your energy, a little or a lot, into that box, closing that box and pushing that box into the middle bubble and then over into your bubble. And before you introduce it into your body, go ahead and shower it with some gold energy. Go ahead and purify it. And you might be getting a little bit of energy back from your family relationships, or you may get a ton. In essence, what we've done is we've given the energy back that we're holding from our family. Sometimes family members are very unconscious, very unaware. And those family members that are aware hold their unconsciousness in an unconscious way to try to help them be more conscious, be more aware. Doesn't really work. Sometimes we have family members that are in pain, and we think if we take on some of their pain, we can ease their pain. Generally doesn't work, and it only clutters up our space. Those are just one of a myriad of examples. So Kaylin, when you were doing the pass through of each other's energy, a little or a lot?
A little,
Mhm.
a little.
That's what I would imagine.
Mhm.
More going out or more coming in? Were you holding more of your extended family's relationship?
Yeah, yeah. And it's what I do.
Yeah, that's the healer in you.
Right.
So
Yeah.
those people that are listening to this are healers,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm helping heal the healers. And if you didn't know you're a healer, yes, you're a healer. Stay in the center of your head, grounded in your bubble. You've just swapped energies with your extended family. And this part of the program, in the relationship bubble, the bubble that represents your relationship with your extended family. First thing, look at that bubble and see if there are any negative energies or less than positive energies that you would like to get rid of. For example, obligation, resentment, distrust, wounding, soul injuries, any negative energy from any of a myriad. We are complex beings and we have complex relationships. Not everything is sunny and bright. Therefore, in the relationship bubble, you have the divine right to clear out any energies that you have relationships with, of any old stale energies, anything that's less than positive. You can see it as a written word, or you can see it as rocks that represent that emotion, that energy, and start to see those energies drop down that bubble's grounding cord. In essence, what's happening is you are healing the relationship that you have with your extended family by grounding off those old, stale, non-productive, non-positive energies to the degree that you can. It's a co-creation, and I invite you to use your powers for good. Kaylin, any stale or less than positive energies that you're wanting to clear out with your relationship with your extended family?
Yes, I've got a little bit, and it's probably more on me than,
That's okay.
the extended family, but I always go into these family events already feeling guilty for two things. Not seeing family members any other time or as often as I
Okay,
would like.
fair.
And in the same just guilt of like, and now I'm here to see you guys, and we're probably not going to be here very long. You know what I mean?
Take advantage. Quality,
Yes,
not quantity.
yeah. So it's definitely, I need to get rid of that feeling and more enjoy, focus
But you
on
have.
focus on the moment rather than like, oh man, I'm gonna have to leave soon. And then I start dreading it, and then I'm not focused on the good feelings and the, being happy around everybody.
There are probably a lot of listeners that share that exact sentiment.
Yeah, no, that's
So thank you for sharing.
definitely mine.
Yeah. So guilt is a sticky, and there's
Mhm.
always at least one family member that can throw the guilties really well. So,
Mm.
we'll give you the extra tool of bubbling up before you go into these events. so you don't get slimed with the guilties from anybody. It is a co-creation. You can call them, they can also call you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Ergo. So take a moment and ground off anything else out of the relationship bubble that you're done with. I tell you, folks, you will be so pleased, pleasantly surprised at your next Thanksgiving, simply having done this exercise. Yay. But wait, there's more. Staying in the center of your head. And if any of your family members, and they do, have popped in the center of your head, kick them back out. They are going to be intrigued by this activity. Some are going to be resentful. What do you mean you're not holding my guilt anymore? Darn you. In your relationship bubble, it's still grounded. The bubble that represents you is still grounded. The bubble that represents your extended family, not your immediate family, but your extended family, cousins, grandparents, yada, yada. That is still grounded. For this part of the exercise, in the relationship bubble, fill it in with whatever positive quality or qualities that you want. Appreciation, gratitude, quality, not quantity, joy, happiness, havingness, just being cheerful around one another. There's usually one, if not more people that it's just surly. It's just wants to freaking complain about everything. Let's fill his or her space up so the relationship is joyful and grateful. And if you fill it in with grace, with ease, with it's perfect the way it is, those micromanagers in our family, they could take the day off and just enjoy the space. Putting into that relationship that you have with your extended family, and this is for the year. We just happen to be doing it ahead of Thanksgiving when we tend to get lit up. Those old wounds, those old issues, even just having to be there instead of wanting to be there. This helps smooth over those edges, brings some lightness, some brightness, some enthusiasm, some I get to go to Thanksgiving with my extended family instead of I have to. What other positive qualities do you want in your relationship bubble with your extended family?
I think I would want just kind of, this is the healer part, I'm sure, but yeah, no complaining, no grumping.
Yeah.
Politic talk.
No.
None of that.
Yeah, just grace.
Yeah.
Extend grace to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Bearing the hatchet, healing old wounds, all of that stuff. And just take the day off.
Yes.
As you sit here, continue to fill in with whatever positive quality is germane to your family experience. One word that comes to mind is moderation. I would enjoy moderation, whether it's eating or drinking or football or swearing or passing gas,
Or eating again.
Yeah, In my universe, in my relationship bubble, moderation is a lovely positive quality. I'm putting that in. Anything else? Any other positive quality that you want to put in your relationship bubble with your extended family? No? Okay. I'm putting in amusement. Everything moves easier, lighter at a vibration of amusement. Even if you burn every item, the turkey, the ham, the tofurkey, and all the sides, if you can find amusement in that, it makes it easier to heal or move on from.
Yes.
Therefore, I'm putting amusement in my bubble, and I invite each of you to do the same or a similar vibration. It's lightness. Yay.
Yes, I will absolutely add some of that.
Yeah, you tend to not overindulge. I know that's a double negative, at a vibration of amusement. When we feel
Yes.
good, it's much like being in love,
Yes.
right? We all lose weight when we first fall in love. Yay.
Mhm.
Kind of like that. Bring it into your Thanksgiving feast, particularly as it relates to your relationships with your extended family. Yay. And know that by doing this, you are giving this healing to yourself. And by proxy, you are giving this healing to your extended family to the degree that they can have it. Some will be zero, some will gobble it up and be grateful. Yay for you. Next, stay in the center of your head, grounded in your bubble. Your center of your head is your sixth chakra. The next part of this healing, we're going to heal our second chakra. So our grounding cord is attached to our first chakra, our hips and our first chakra. Sitting right above that and just below our belly button is our second chakra. Our second chakra is our relationship space, our relationship with others, whether it's the person that checked us out at the grocery store, someone we work with, our best friends, our husbands, our wives, significant others, relationships with kids and people that we share DNA with is third chakra. So we'll do that next time we hit this subject. In your second chakra, imagine that you're giving it its own bubble. Leave those other bubbles out there. We're not done with them. And ground your second chakra through your primary grounding cord. Bring your second chakra into present time. Whenever you're listening to it, put that day and date and year. First things first, simply ground off any energies that don't let you have harmonious relationships with your extended family. When I have disjointed relationships, when I look at my second chakra, instead of one sphere, it looks like a bunch of rocks in the second chakra. So it tells me that all those little pieces need to be merged back together. That's just an example. However it looks in your universe, ground your second chakra through the first chakra down to the center of the earth, and just letting your body, your psyche, your soul, your spirit, just releasing any energies out of your chakra space that no longer serve you. Now, stay in the center of your head. Look at those three bubbles Now that you've grounded and healed your second chakra, again, you can spend more time with this if you like. Just pause your recorder, pause your podcast or the YouTube. And you can do this as long as you find necessary. Staying in the center of your head, grounded in your bubble. Now that you've cleansed your second chakra, take a look at those 3 bubbles and notice what has changed. Notice what has changed in your bubble. Notice what has changed in the extended family bubble. And notice what has changed in the relationship bubble. And again, they're not touching your bubble. They're out there hovering in space, yet grounded. Did you notice any change in your bubbles?
I did. My bubbles are brighter, like kind of glowy.
Me too.
And that middle bubble is like
Uh-huh.
more,
Yeah.
more brighter, more glowy than the opposite ends, but
Yeah.
they're all definitely brighter than when we started.
Brighter and lighter.
Yeah.
That's so we give ourselves a healing. We give that concept a healing.
Yeah.
And this is lather, rinse, repeat. You can use this with any relationship. Your relationship with your coworkers, your relationship with your boss, your relationship with money, your relationship with food. Really, it's 101 uses for the bubbles. My bubbles.
Mhm.
Be in the center of your head, grounded in your bubble. And appreciate those 3 bubbles. Appreciate their participation. Appreciate yourself for taking this time to heal yourself and your family relationships. And by proxy, by extension, giving your family a healing. Winning.
Mm.
And when you're ready, snip those grounding cords of those 3 bubbles and let those bubbles float off to the edge of the universe so that the Supreme Being can continue that healing, can continue amplifying the healing, can continue supporting you and your extended family and the relationships therein. Perfect. That's exactly right. Was it easy to snip the grounding cords on the other 3 bubbles?
It's like you're reading my mind. So I was just gonna ask if when you snip yours, is it in my head, it is an audible, like really good pair of scissors, like that real satisfying, like just clean snip.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, it's got a sound, and yeah, it's
Do
just
yours like
nice.
zip up or do they like float up like a
They
balloon?
float slowly, but the snip is very like pronounced. It's but no, they float. They just kind of take their time.
Yeah. And that is a remarkable healing, ladies and gentlemen, for relationships and in regard to Thanksgiving 2022 and beyond, where you heal yourself and you heal the relationship space. You give it its own space. You give it its own bubble. Okay, instead of everything interspersed. If you give it its own space, protect your own space and give your extended family their own space. Right? Because we are all different entities, and you can heal relationships. If you want to heal with a single friend or family member, just put that individual in the 3rd bubble and practice this exercise. Lather, rinse, repeat. Remember, you can't do it wrong. You're using your psychic tools. You're giving yourself and your family, and therefore the planet, a healing, and we appreciate you.
Yes.
So now take a big deep breath, stretch, open your eyes if they're closed, come back to the room. Yay.
What perfect timing.
Right?
Yeah. Perfect timing. And
Well,
yeah,
maybe
lather,
don't
rinse,
think it is.
repeat. I'll revisit this, Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, right?
Great. Solid plan.
Because
yes,
yeah,
yes.
I just and again, more so even for just me. Like I just need to be in the moment and appreciate what's going on around me and not
If you need to go out to the car, fast forward to the meditation. and
take some sweet potato casserole with me.
yeah, just do it in the moment.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
Dr. Cynthia.
I'm Kaylin, and this is Intuitive Hypnotherapy Podcast.
You came for the chat. You stayed for the healing. Gratitude to all of you. Please like and subscribe.
Bye.
There we go.